Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Twenties podcast. So, today we are going to talk about something which is very much in news, and we will also provide backgrounds so that you can justify your opinions better. And that topic is Afghanistan war. Not just war, whatever is happening there, and the background of Afghanistan and what might be the future if this continues. So, without any further ado, let us just start with the episode.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about a brief history of Afghanistan. Like all of us know what is happening there, but most of us don't know the history, the culture, and of Afghanistan, which has been really, really great back in the time.
Yeah,
Afghanistan was a really, what to say, has a
it was
very
called
glorious past. Yeah,
it was called the graveyard of empires because
yeah.
no foreign invader was able to conquer it for a very long period of time. For
Hmm.
example, we were under Mughals, then we were under British, but this
Yeah,
was not the case with Afghanistan because
Afghanistan.
even Britain, Russia,
Hmm.
and a lot of other empires tried to conquer it because
Hmm.
the location of Afghanistan is very strategic. I
Yeah.
mean, you get full access to the former USSR from
Yeah, the
Afghanistan, and
Central
also
Asia and Middle East also.
you get access to Middle East, and you also get access to India, Pakistan, China.
Yeah,
So the location is very strategic. So yeah,
it was
but
also called the door towards Asia sometimes back, like Southeast Asia and
I
even
mean
Central Asia.
it still is the door towards Asia.
Yeah.
So we will
So
not go much into details about the history of it, but we will just give a brief
brief
overview.
understanding so
Yeah,
that you connect with it in the
yeah.
whole episode. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess in 1978, uh, there was a party in Afghanistan. They organized a coup
Mm.
against their
Yeah.
king,
Yes.
their former king, and they killed him. And after that, Afghanistan was taken over by the communists.
Mm.
This was in the year 1978. Communists took over Afghanistan, and they did some modernization. We
Yeah.
cannot deny that, but uh, you know the nail in the communist Afghanistan was actually done by USSR, the former USSR.
Yeah.
So they sent their
Actually,
advisors.
it was like that. Initially, USSR supported the coup. It is said,
Yeah,
but later on, the regime which settled itself in the Afghanistan wasn't actually doing doing things what USSR wanted.
I
So,
mean they even sent their advisors and
hmm,
equipments, military
yeah,
uh, armaments, but still they did not turn out to be the way USSR predicted
yeah.
or USSR wanted it to be.
It wanted a puppet government, but the communist regime which settled itself in Afghanistan was nowhere near a puppet government for the
Yes,
USSR.
exactly. So after that, USSR sent its army to
Yeah.
Afghanistan because there was another coup against the
Hmm. Yeah.
the government who was in power. I guess his name was Hafizullah.
Yeah, Hafizullah.
Yeah. So I mean, if this time the coup even settled itself to the rural part of the country, which
Yeah.
is very much mountainous, and there are a lot of
Yeah,
terrains.
the terrain is very difficult in Afghanistan still now, and that is the
Yeah,
reason that a lot of even Taliban is not able to capture the hilly and the rocky terrains of Afghanistan. It's a very
yeah.
big problem for both Taliban and the government. I mean, the government cannot do anything.
Yeah, so even in 1979, if you remember, it was the time of Iranian Revolution.
Yeah.
So the USSR, they feared that this Islamic revolution will reach Afghanistan as well, because you see
Mm,
Iran and Afghanistan, they share
yeah.
a border, and
Border.
ideas don't take time to
They share a
travel.
very long border, Iran and Afghanistan.
Yeah, so around 34 Muslim nations and the United Nations, they opposed the invasion that USSR did on Afghanistan.
Hmm.
As we said that there was
Yeah.
another coup against Hafizullah's government. So USSR sent their troops, and it was opposed by UN and 34 other Islamic
Islamic
countries.
countries.
So the Soviet army, they even, now they were controlling the cities. So now you see, Afghanistan was under a foreign government, but very soon you will find out that even USSR could not control Afghanistan. I mean, the same Russia, which actually has a lot of military bases and it is, I guess, second or third military power in the world after US and China. So even uh, they could not keep hold
hold
of
the power
Afghanistan
in
for a
Afghanistan
very long
long
period of
time.
time.
It was very brief. Even back in the time, they could actually they had to step back because US also started trying to capture the region, not
Yeah,
capture
because
but
back
intervene.
then, if USSR is doing something, they are trying to, maintain power
Yeah,
over some foreign land, then USA will intervene
yeah, it
because
was
it was the time of Cold War. So,
yeah,
of course, yeah. So what what happened next is that all the tribes and the rebel groups, the local tribes and rebel groups of Afghanistan, they all joined hands together. Earlier, there was not much unity, so therefore there was around two groups. But now they joined hands to fight against USSR. And guess who was helping them? Uh,
US.
yeah. So
Yes,
USA was
actually,
helping
even
them.
yeah, after the this unity and after this, USSR had to step back, and US again tried to set a puppet government in Afghanistan,
Yeah,
but
and
that too didn't
you
work.
will be you will be amazed to find out that the same Mujahideen, which
Hmm.
USA is very much condemning now, they were
Yeah.
supporting it back then when it was
Huh.
the war against USSR. So
It
yeah,
was,
I mean
yeah. That's
Mujahideen is
why it said
actually
that that's
very
why
much
it's
American.
yeah, and that's why it was said that in order to destroy a monster, US created another monster.
Yeah, which was in the form of Mujahideen.
Yeah.
So now coming back to Afghanistan, now Mujahideen, these people who have joined hands, they were called Mujahideen. They were supported by the US, and of course, they drove away USSR from their land, and now, uh, this government was now supported by USA. I won't say government as such, but yeah, you can call them kind of an organization who was looking after Afghanistan.
Yeah. And even
Yeah.
later, the people were not, even people of the Afghanistan were not really happy by the, organization or the government that was controlling it.
Yeah. So in 1980, there was a young Saudi boy who was actually very much taken aback by whatever was happening in the Afghanistan. And guess who he was? He was no other than Osama bin Laden. And he formed a group called Al Qaeda. And as you know, later they kind of attacked USA, and then USA came back to sought revenge, and they
Yeah,
controlled Afghanistan for around 20 years, from
20
2001
years,
to 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
It
So
was,
now let us also discuss about Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan. I mean, how they, got involved in all this. So as you know that Pakistan, they share a border with Afghanistan,
yeah,
and you will be not so much amazed to find out, but they were actually in USS side when the war against USSR was happening,
of
because
course.
they had all the reasons to. Because USSR, see, in 1971, USSR supported India and Pakistan
Hmm.
lost. So of course
Yeah.
now they will go to USA, which is USSR's enemy.
And US
As we
supported Pakistan and sent its naval ship in the Indian Ocean. So of course, it was a payback time.
as you know, there is a famous quote which says that enemies enemy are
Yeah,
friends.
our friends.
Yeah, yeah. So now USA was controlling Afghanistan till 2021, as they wanted to kind of take revenge after whatever happened
In
in the 9/11
9/11
attack.
attack.
So now all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, in fact, from last year, uh, this government, Donald Trump's government, also was trying to pull back the
Even this
troops for.
all started back in 2015 when the people of US wanted their soldiers to come
Yeah,
back because they don't want in American soldiers to lay their lives for some foreigners.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
the
they
demand for a comeback was demanded.
So they demanded that their own people come back from a foreign land
Yeah.
and you
Even
know
Obama actually in his presidential, what we say, that campaign, he
debate.
said that, yeah, campaign and debate, he said that he would try his best to bring back troops from Afghanistan and Iraq back.
And yeah, and they did not. I mean, I will say that they were very far. I mean, very short-sighted because
Yeah.
they did not know the effects that will have on the longer run. Because
Actually,
now that
when US went on war with the terrorist groups that was present in Afghanistan, they they did a mistake. They thought that after they did what they wanted to do, they killed Osama bin Laden and all other people who, like, even when their revenge was taken, they should have maybe come back home, because you know I mean, if they would have learned from history, they would have known that US or any other superpower will not be able to capture Afghanistan. And they thought that Taliban, would be. They wanted to crush Taliban, but they didn't took favorable actions to crush it in the what we say, in a effective manner. They just suppressed them. Hello.
yes, right. So after they captured Afghanistan, they tried to set up a democratic government there, and now it is led by Ashraf Ghani, who is
Yeah.
actually a very big ally of India. And
Yeah.
you even saw that on Twitter. Their some of their
The
government
vice
official,
president.
okay, so their vice
Vice
president,
president
he actually tweeted a
tweeted the
photo from
of
1971 war where
the
Pakistani soldiers were, giving up,
surrendering.
surrendering,
Yeah, the
and it was
historic
done
moment.
by, and all of this was done under our General Manik Shah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Pakistan's role, as I mentioned before, that Pakistan's role in all this was that they supported USA, and also their people, their minds were inclined with that of Taliban because they were like, if Taliban is in power, then they will ensure that we, their Muslim brothers and sisters, we will be very much safe.
Even now, this is what Pakistan thinks, that if Taliban will come to power, they will actually support Pakistan, and all India's investment and all relation with India, shares with Afghanistan will be destroyed. But
Yeah.
this is really, really a very narrow understanding of the fact, and also this is a vision which would actually even dump Pakistan, because
Um.
if because it's very like we have seen that the Pakistan side of Taliban, I don't remember their name exactly what they call itself, but they
Tehreek-e-Taliban or something.
Taliban, yeah, Taliban. So if Taliban in Afghanistan comes in power, the role of Taliban would increase pounds and folds, manifold.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, now Pakistan's Lord China is,
I was
trying to
very,
make
very
diplomatic
surprised.
relations with
Yeah, that
Afghanistan.
I was
Taliban,
very
rather, not
surprised
Afghanistan.
that US agreed to be a part of the Pakistan agreed to be a part of US, this new quad containing
Yeah.
Afghanistan. I was like, wow, China didn't stop it from doing it.
I mean, part of me thinks that China wants Pakistan to be a part of it because, see,
So that
uh,
hmm,
yeah, I know what you're trying to imply, but also because, see, China cannot do everything and anything so that the world will understand that they are trying to control Pakistan. I mean, everyone knows, but they do not want to imply it very directly,
yeah.
right? So they are like, it's okay, you can go and form your own alliances, but at the end of the day, just know that your whole faith lies with me because, of
And
course, I'm
also
investing
this
so
will,
much in your
yeah,
country.
also this might help China in a way, because whatever US is doing, Pakistan would know, and
Yeah,
Pakistan would convey this to China. So it's a win-win game for them.
yeah. I mean, this sounds very naive, but yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know what might happen. So, yeah, now coming back to Afghanistan. So, from Obama's time. as you heard, that from Obama's time, they are trying to pull back from Afghanistan. And to be honest, I think it is very justified from an American's point of
Americans'
view
point of view, yeah.
because they are paying their hard-earned taxes, and
Hmm.
their
Of
taxes
course,
are
and their
being used
countrymen
by,
are dying for the welfare of of a different nation, and even the welfare isn't happening. Nothing in
yeah,
Afghanistan. I mean, it was stalled since a long time. There is no progress. There was no progress in Afghanistan, and even after the motive of US was fulfilled, they didn't do much. They just stayed there to suppress Pakistan. They didn't wanted to what we say.
to
They didn't
suppress
want
the Taliban, not Pakistan.
yeah, they just wanted to suppress Taliban but did not eradicate it. If they would have
Yeah,
thought of eradicating Taliban, then that would have been a progress.
yeah. So as you see that, as an Indian, we might be thinking that why are they pulling out? But I think it is really justified. I mean, even us as Indians would have done the same.
Yeah,
So it is justified.
we are not against US pulling out of Afghanistan, but the way it did was really
Yeah,
not it was
justified.
justified.
I mean, the people in international relations, they say that Donald Trump is very impulsive and he did not
Hmm.
have a clear vision. But now I'm thinking that a statesman like Biden is also the same. He is no different because he did everything so impulsively, and
Yeah,
it
and
happened
he
all of a
even
sudden.
went on to announce
Even generals
the
of
date.
Afghanistan did not know about this.
Yeah, and even biggest blunder was to announce the date. I mean, we never do that. We never do that because if we know, if Taliban would know that, yeah, it's like 31st August 2021 or 11 September, US will fully pull out. Then it's a major major chance that they would wait till the date and then act after that date. So you should never announce a date when you are pulling out. That's the biggest blunder.
Yeah, yeah, right. So now there are a lot of players in Afghanistan. I mean, now talking about 2021, there are a lot of players. Number one is Russia. So they are
Yeah,
forming a group called Troika Plus.
Trika plus. First, they
Troika
wanted
Plus.
to do a Trika, but then they moved on and said that it would be nice to have a Trika plus.
Yeah, so the countries involved are India,
Yeah,
uh,
and Saudi
USSR,
Arabia. And not Saudi Arabia, but it was Kuwait, I guess.
Kuwait. No, I think it was Qatar, not
Yeah,
Kuwait.
sorry. Yeah,
It
sorry. I
was
get
Qatar.
confused between them.
So
Yeah,
India,
Qatar.
Qatar, Russia, Pakistan, they all are
China.
for
Yeah,
China.
even
They
China.
are forming a group called Troika Plus to check
Hmm.
on
To
not
keep it
check, but to
to
come on terms with Taliban.
Taliban.
And
Yeah,
also, I mean, USA has made a new Quad group with
yeah.
Pakistan, Uzbekistan,
Afghanistan, Uzbekistan. Yeah,
yeah. So and uh, USA. These four have made a new Quad group for the same, and China is now a very prominent player here because they want Taliban to be on their side because, as
yeah.
you mentioned before, Taliban and Pakistan, I mean, Pakistanis people, their faith lies with Taliban, and of course, China would want to control Taliban so that in the end they can both play with Pakistan.
And of course, and China, all China wants is to exploit Afghanistan too because they have natural resources which
Yeah,
might interest China, and also it is a gateway to Central Asia. So of course, who wouldn't want that?
yeah. And talking about India, I think you know even Russia back in back 2 weeks back or something, even a Russian diplomat said that Russia would
Yeah,
not help India in case
in
Taliban
in
attacks their army. So now
they
I
are
would
on
say
their
that,
own.
yeah. So I would say that we should very much be Atmanirbhar on this matter. I mean,
It
India,
has to be.
yeah, I mean, India definitely does not support Taliban, and also Taliban hates India a lot because, of
Yeah.
course, they put their sympathy with Pakistanis, not with Indians. And even
Mm.
our journalist was killed. I read a report by India Today where they stated that when Taliban's they got to know that they killed an Indian journalist, they were
Indian,
very
yeah,
happy.
yeah,
So as you can see that neither Indian government likes Taliban, neither Taliban likes Indian government, and that is totally justified. We are very much an ally of Ashraf Ghani government, and
Yeah.
Ashraf Ghani's defense minister is about to come in India, and he might
Yeah.
ask for some help. Uh, but I think that India should not send their soldiers because, see, it might also affect us internally because there might be some attacks like Pulwama attack or even 26/11 attack, and
And also, like what happened in US, like the people themselves didn't wanted their soldiers to die
yeah,
in a foreign land. That might
so
happen in India too,
we
because
wouldn't
even
want
we
our
don't
soldiers
want, yeah,
to die
to
in a
lay their
foreign land.
lives off. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely they might help them in kind, not in soldiers,
Yeah.
but in kind. Like
Yeah.
they might send them some military equipment or some
Yeah.
armaments, and that is
Or
justified.
train their soldiers.
Yeah, they might also train their soldiers like we did in the case of Palestine.
Yeah. And also,
So
what happening in Afghanistan is not something which is very new to us. That happened even back, I mean, not in a similar circumstances, but that was also a case with when India sided with Bangladesh, like when it went on to help Bangladesh. But
yeah,
that
in
at that time,
1971.
yeah, at that time we didn't had international pressure, like we had to do it, we didn't had an option. But today it's not like that. It's like if we go on and help Afghanistan from the front, it would really backfire, because
Yeah,
we have a very critical situation at the borders right now too, with China
yeah,
and
with China
Pakistan.
and
Yeah.
Pak.
And Pakistan, you cannot say anything about it. When will it rise and start uh, you know uh,
Doing things
shooting?
like
And like,
Pulwama and Uri
yeah,
attack again.
of course. So,
Yeah,
it's just like a silent bomb. You never know what will it do. And
yeah,
even with
and
China, being so aggressive, it's, I mean, I don't think it's a very good step to go and help Pakistan from the front foot.
and I
We can do
also
it
think that,
silently. We don't
and I
want the name game thing.
And I also think that India does not have very good neighborhood, so we
Yeah,
should really be, doing everything very passively, not very
yeah,
actively, but very passively. So,
exactly.
uh, yeah, the future of Afghanistan is still very bleak, I would say, because there are so many wars. Even, I mean, we as foreigners are uh, seeing the destruction which Taliban is doing. I mean, just think what the locals might be facing.
Hmm.
And I also heard a statement by a Taliban chief who said that, who actually threatened Malala that next time they
Hmm.
would not do a mistake and, they will not allow girls to go to
Hmm.
school, attend colleges, or whatever, to
Yeah.
gain education because they believe in Sharia law that, and they want to, they just want, all they
Yeah.
want to do is uh, put women in
Actually, poor
home.
women.
That's all. And
Yeah.
recruit men to
I
join Taliban.
yeah,
That's it.
I read a book by Khalid Hosseini. He's an Afghan American, I guess. So in that book, I don't know if what I mean. Of course, it was a fiction, but the glimpses that what Taliban did back in the 90s was really, really heartening, and we don't
And
want that to repeat.
USA back then was supporting Mujahideen. I mean, just
Yeah.
think about it. They themselves call themselves the protector of peace,
Hmm. Yeah.
liberty, democracy, and they were supporting a group who were, just doing a lot of what to say. They were just
Yeah, of course, like it was suppressing a part
yeah, they
of
were
a
suppressing,
society.
especially women. They were
Women,
suppressing
yeah.
women. And I also saw a movie. I don't remember the name. I saw it like 5 6 years ago, where I saw that. I know it's fiction, but uh, somewhere it's the reality. A doctor who was a
Yeah.
female, she was going to treat some patient, and she was mercilessly murdered.
Yeah, even, yeah, I talked about the book. In that also we read that overnight schools were closed for the girls, and the teachers were thrown out of schools and colleges, and any women who tried to work were mercilessly and ruthlessly killed. Even, the nurses, women nurses and women doctors were not allowed to work. But later, when the situation got worsened, and there was, I guess, some epidemic or something in Afghanistan back in that, then the women nurses were called on.
Yeah, and on top of all this, Pakistan, they always wanted to influence Afghanistan, mean Taliban,
Yeah.
so that they can uh, they can impose Sharia law even more
Hmm.
in their country. But
Yeah.
Pakistan wouldn't want to do the same in their country. I mean,
Yeah,
see
of
their
course.
hypocrisy. See their
Actually.
hypocrisy. And then, they still launder money so that
Hmm.
they can fund Taliban. And now I don't think Taliban needs fund anymore. Pakistan's fund, especially because they have China by their side, who can
Yeah.
help them both in cash and in kind.
uh,
So,
and
yeah,
yeah, and Pakistan's openly saying that they have openly supported Taliban in many instances. And when it comes to Tehreek-e-Taliban, and they say like they are a terrorist group. I mean, it's like
yeah,
a level of hypocrisy. I
Pakistan is the
mean, I
most
can't
hypocrite
understand.
country in the world. I mean, you
Even
wouldn't
US is
believe.
very hypocrite. No, when it comes to it, you
Yeah,
cannot
and
compare them in hypocrisy.
they are both the same. And you know what
Yeah.
Pakistan said recently? They said that the diplomat's daughter who was
Hmm.
kidnapped in Pakistan, it was
Yeah.
done because of
You
raw.
raw. Yeah.
I
I was
mean,
I was
come
like
on,
I was like anything and everything that happens in Pakistan is because of raw. I think it's
raw.
high time we should take over Pakistan and say like, nah, you
Yeah,
can't do
now it's really
anything. So
done by raw.
like, yeah, come on, come.
And I was seeing a video on Twitter where it was by ANI. Even you should go and check that out. A journalist, he was asking, he just came in front of Imran Khan and he was like, "Sir, what do you think about the attacks which are happening in Afghanistan, this, that, and all?" And you will be shocked by Imran Khan's statement. He was like, "It is all being done by RSS," and I was like,
Oh my
"Bro."
god.
I mean, I'm not a very pro RSS person, but
Yeah,
from where did
that's
RSS
this
even
was vague.
come here? This is really
Yeah,
vague. I mean, being a world leader, he's doing all this. Just think what the image of his country and he himself,
they
what
already
the
don't
image will
have an
have.
image. Like,
Come
who
on.
wants to invest in Pakistan? You never
China.
know when, except China. Who would want to, invest in Pakistan? Everybody knows that, there is no sense of security there. You never know when
Yeah.
there's a bomb dropping on your head and everything is like boom. Okay, over.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel sorry for the people of Pakistan
Yeah.
who are made to believe that their nation is the greatest and stuff like that,
Yeah,
where in
yeah, they
reality
are following the
they
footsteps
they
of
are
China,
doomed.
but there's only a difference. China has already actually economically progressed at least.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever they're doing, they're economically progressed. Their people, although they not have basic human rights, but they actually have money, come se
yeah,
come, at
yeah.
least.
At
But
least they have
Pakistanis
money.
don't even have that. So
I
it's
mean, their
like,
future is really doomed.
yeah, being born in Pakistan and then you. I mean, we shouldn't say like this, but your government is doing this, and even people, some, at to some extent, even people are the one who give funds to this terrorist groups by in the name of charity and stuff. Otherwise, how would the government do all this?
Yeah,
They
not
don't have the
just the
money
government,
to.
but also the
Yeah,
people are involved in all this.
yeah.
And I somewhere agree with what Khan sir said in his video. He
Hmm.
was like, the small kids are made to protest on roads instead of them
Yeah, actually,
going to
now
school.
I some days back we saw a instance. Actually, US pointed out that Pakistan is using children military.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
training children and they are even
children.
giving them nuclear
Huh.
weapons. And Pakistan is the last country in the world who should have a nuclear weapon.
Nuclear weapon, of course.
They should be the last
And they
country in
wouldn't,
the world.
and they wouldn't even have had if US didn't help them.
Yeah.
I'm saying it out loud.
I mean, everyone knows. If you are following the news, you know. And if
Yeah,
you are like, no, I want evidences, then you know what? You really don't know how to study geopolitics and
of
international
course, because
relations
you
because
don't.
not
Yeah,
everything is out there in public. Some things
you
are
have to
implied and you
analyze,
have to,
and
yeah,
yeah, it's all about your analysis. You might think that Pakistan is doing a greater good in Afghanistan. It's your perspective and understanding, but I'm really sorry to say, but that's not
yeah.
true.
I mean, even Afghanistan now has pulled out they are trying to pull out from Pakistan diplomatically. France
Yeah,
has already pulled out. I mean, what will be the image in front of the world?
of course. And even I am really kind of uh, not astonished, but I'm like, remember last year or something when there was a cartoon in France, in a French newspaper, and
Yeah,
even Pakistani people on Twitter came out loud and said that, we should do a nuclear attack on France. I'm like, bro,
no, bro, they make
please.
Rafale and you all make
Yeah.
cycles, not even cycles. So please, their level is different. And you
Of
know what?
course.
France is like India is a secular state, Pakistan is a
Yeah.
theocratic state. Countries in the Europe, they are not very much religious. They are like
Yeah.
we are atheist, state is atheist,
Mm.
and that is perfectly fine. So yeah, even this blasphemy thing which happened, it was kind of France's internal matter. I mean,
Yeah.
not just internal matter. If you're trying to protest, then please do it against the
Yeah.
publication house, not
Publication
against the
house.
government. I mean,
Yeah, of
the
course.
government has got nothing to do with it, and they have already said that we will not interfere in religious matter, and they were doing the same.
And even nowadays, Turkey has been the same.
Oh my God, Turkey, right? They are
Yeah.
like we are the Ottoman Empire, but
Yeah,
dude,
you're gone, bro.
this is not 20th
Not the,
century.
yeah, of course. That was I was about to say. This is not
This
20th century when Ottomans were ruling the whole Asia and Middle East. We are back in the 21st century, and even if we, practically think, Turkey just has a strategic location. It has a very good location. You know, it's an intercontinental country, so yeah. But other than that, they don't have any advantage over that. Even they, keep on fighting for their sea routes and everything else with their neighboring countries.
I
So I
mean,
don't,
countries like Turkey, they should forget what their history was, and they should
yeah,
more focus more on their future and their present.
of course. And if not, their, former, uh, what we say, presidents, or they have president or prime minister, I don't know their
President,
governmental
yeah.
yeah, president. So have not, even if they weren't have been there, Turkey would have been just like any other, Islamic country. Today Turkey has a voice, or is a better off than Pakistan and some other Islamic countries,
Saudi
because
Arabia.
yeah, is because of their forefathers who, who wanted to be a liberal country, who wanted to give women's children and everyone else equal rights,
Yeah,
wanted Turkey to be
at
a
par
country,
with the European
yeah, at
countries.
par. But yeah, but today the presidents and the government in Turkey has become too theocratic. Like, of course, you should even learn from Saudi Arabia, who is actually trying to be liberal nowadays.
No, not Saudi Arabia. I would say UAE.
Yeah,
Saudi
UAE even
Arabia
is also
is not,
trying, yeah, but it's gonna
but
be
it's
a
not
long way.
that much.
Yeah,
I mean, they can
UAE,
try harder, but they are not, and that's perfectly fine. Their choice. But I would say UAE because UAE
yeah,
has become something which we never would have imagined. I mean, Dubai right now is
yeah,
much more better than San Francisco or New York.
of course,
So
agreed.
yeah,
And also being a country which had nothing. I mean,
yeah.
it was nothing even like 30, 40 years back. It has grown so much in the last 40, 50 years.
And we should even make an episode that how India can learn from UAE
Yeah,
and do the
actually.
same and make cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, and
Huh,
Delhi like Dubai, Abu Dhabi. So yeah,
yeah,
we will make an episode on this in the
on
future
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
Now
I think that
coming back to Afghanistan, we'll discuss, or we'll try to talk about how, what are the catastrophes that Afghanistan would face if Taliban is back to power.
yeah,
So we all know the terrific, terrifying history when Taliban ruled in Afghanistan in the 90s, and how, innocent people and and even I don't understand the, when Taliban started its protest in the early 90s, they wanted, I don't remember what they wanted, but I thought they wanted peace, and
no,
they wanted,
they wanted peace from USSR, as I
yeah,
mentioned before.
yeah,
They
but
joined hands to fight USSR.
yeah, but now the kind of peace they administer is really questioning.
Yeah, it is. And we are really sorry for the local people, especially because they are the ones suffering the most, and no one is talking about them. Everyone is like, what India should do, what China should do, what Pak should do, what. Russia
Yeah,
and US should do, but no one is talking about them. So this is very unfortunate. I would say that we have really lost humanity.
we have lost it very years back. No
Yeah,
point telling it today because in the we lost it in the beginning of the century, I guess, or even before it.
yeah. Even before it, I would say because what happened
Yeah,
in 1970 was
yeah,
equally terrifying. So
actually.
I think we should wrap up this episode, and in the future episode, we will definitely talk what India can learn from UAE.
Yeah,
I think this was it.
yeah, that
Want to
was
add
it.
something?
No, nothing really, but yeah,
We
whatever
just want
happened,
that.
yeah, we just want that what blunders US did in Afghanistan, like leaving all their weapons and else, so that Afghanistan is can actually use it for the uh, disappointment of the Afghan forces. It shouldn't
Yeah,
do it in the Iraq also. Like they recently announced that
yeah,
they will pull out their combat forces from Iraq, and that's really, I mean, it has a very much history of domestic politics. What is happening in Iraq, but still, we don't want US to do that blunder again. Of course, US itself wouldn't want to do two blunders in a same year or also in a same decade.
yeah, yeah. Right. So that was it for the episode. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.